If you've been networking for a while, you know that success all comes from the follow-up. So how many of you end up with stacks of business cards sitting on your desk after you make a connection? In this video, I'm going to tell you about the simple trick that I used to go from a stack of business cards this thick sitting next to my laptop to none at all. And it doesn't involve the trash. Hey folks, I'm Ian Campbell, CEO of Mission Suite, and I'm going to share some of my networking follow-up secrets with you. But first, do me a favor, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified when we post more videos. Now let's talk networking. We all know that networking is an important part of growing your business. Whether you're a salesperson, a business owner, new to the game, or a grizzled veteran, networking is something that we all should be doing. If you agree with me, let me know by hitting the like button below the video. But here's the thing about networking. It really only works if you're actually following up. If you've seen any of my other videos about networking or referrals, you know how strongly I feel about the relationship side of networking and how important it is. And remember, relationships aren't built in the room. They're built in the coffee shop or the restaurant or the bar that you connect with after the event is over. Now, the problem that most people have is actually getting around to following up. I used to go through this myself all the time. I'd go to a networking event, meet 5 to 10 people. There'd be a few people worth following up with and keeping in touch with, and I was super excited after the event was over because I was sure I'd found someone who could become a client. Now after that event, I'd go back to my desk and I'd put those 5 to 10 business cards on my desk to the right of my laptop with the plan and the intention of following up the next day. But there they'd stay until they were buried by the next 10 business cards, and the next, and the next. Now eventually that stack of business cards ended up being so big that I couldn't remember who any of them were. Right? All these great contacts, and they all ended up in the trash, and the relationships went along with them. Does that sound familiar? If you can relate to this, do me a favor. Tell me in the comments which side of your computer you keep your business cards. If it's on the right side, drop right in the comments. If they're on the left side, just write left. That's all you need to do. The reason that we have the tendency not to follow up is because it takes just enough mental energy to make us say, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Now, when I eventually decided to get serious about my networking, I knew I had to make some changes, so I developed my own 2-step follow-up system. Step 1, instead of just tossing all those business cards into one pile, I took 2 minutes and I split them into 3 separate piles, A, B, and C. The A pile was for people whom I talked about getting together with again at the actual event. They were potential clients, they were potential referral partners, they were obviously high-value contacts, and I wanted to make sure that I got in touch with them again. The B pile was for people that I didn't actually talk about getting together with while I was there, but I wanted to. Right? Again, they could have been clients, they could have been partners, but either way, their value was there, and I didn't want to lose track of them just because we didn't talk directly about getting together again. And then finally, the C pile was for the people that there was really no direct benefit to getting together with individually. Now, they'd most likely not become a client, then the field that they worked in would not have provided either of us with a great referral relationship. I'd still follow up with them, I just wouldn't go out of my way to schedule a meeting with them. Now, step 2, I'd add them all to my CRM and let the follow-up begin. Now, I was using Mission Suite, and it always automated my follow-up for me, but you don't necessarily need something like that to automate your follow-up. Keep watching, and I'm going to tell you how to automate your follow-up without using a CRM. But for now, back to my follow-up method. So I created a standard follow-up email for each of the 3 networking classifications that I set up. My A contacts got an email saying, hey, we talked about getting together again. Let's get that on the books. My B contacts, they got an email saying, hey, I'd love to learn more about you and what you do. When can we get together again for coffee? And then my C clients, they got an email saying, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next event. Everyone got a follow-up from me. And as a result, I started getting more meetings out of my networking efforts and eventually actually got more clients. It's amazing what a little follow-up can do. So I know that not everyone has access to a CRM like Mission Suite, or for that matter, something that can automate your follow-up for you, although I truly believe that everyone should. So let's talk about a couple simple platforms that you can use for free that can help you do that. So first things first, if you're in a highly restricted industry, you can't get connected to a third party or any third party platforms, you can use the email system that you're using every day to help you do this. If you're using Outlook or Apple Mail, you'll set up different signatures so that you can quickly call up your standard email follow-ups when you meet someone new. In Gmail, you can pretty much do the same thing, but you're using templates instead of signatures. So all you need to do is create an A, a B, and a C follow-up signature or template, and when you meet new people, send them the right one. It's not entirely automated, but it's a lot less complicated and it takes the thinking out. Now, if you are allowed to connect with different platforms, but you're not ready to make the investment into a CRM, now there's something that you can do to set up a truly automated follow-up system like the one that I discussed earlier, and to do it all for free. It's a bit more clunky than using a system like Mission Suite, but it's going to get the job done. So here's what you need. First, you'll need a program like Outlook or Google Contacts, something that you can add your contacts to and then have it send automated emails. Second, you're going to need a tool called Zapier that's going to power that automation. If you're not familiar with Zapier, it's an automation tool that works on a freemium model, and they have a free version that will get you so far before you need to pay for it. Unfortunately, if this is all you're doing, you should be able to get pretty far with that free version. So to make this automation work, you'll need to dive into Zapier a bit. It's really simple to use, but basically you're going to set up a Zap so that anytime you add a contact to your contact manager, it'll automatically send out an email to that person. Of course, you'll need filters set up so that the right people get the right emails, but you get the point. And I'll add a link to Zapier in the description of this video so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that you've gotten an idea of how easy it can be to automate your follow-up from networking, even if you're a total beginner, I want to hear from you. Drop down in the comments, let me know what you think of my follow-up method. Do you have anything to add, anything that you do differently? And hey, if you've gotten something out of this video, do me a favor, give it a like, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so that you're notified when we post new videos, and we'll see you in the next one.